All right, well, thank you for joining me today. My name is Zen, and I'm the account representative here at PolicyMap. And I'm part of the customer service team, which consists of myself and Phil Vu, which some of you may have had contact with. But please feel free to reach out to us with any questions about the tool or your account. We're always happy to help. And I will show you at the end where you can reach us. And yeah, if you have any questions, please feel free to type them in the chat box. And I will also open up for any questions as well at the end of the demo. So as you know, PolicyMap is a data mapping tool that helps users find accurate community-based data. So I'm going to go ahead and just open up the map. And let's wait for this little P. Okay, so the map is fully interactive and it allows you to zoom in and out, and you can pan around with your mouse. And to get started, I'm going to set a location, and you can set a location here in the location bar or by selecting a geography right here in this drop-down box. So today I'm going to use, I went online and I found Woodforest's, I guess it may be the main branch in the Woodlands. So I'm just going to type in the address. So you see the map has zoomed to the address and placed this little pin here. And now that we have our set location, I just want to go over some of the cool features that we have on our base map, which I encourage you to explore. But you can, here in the lower right-hand corner, you can view the map in 3D. You can just adjust the angle this way and you can zoom in. And you can also rotate the view. I'll do this slowly because it makes me a little dizzy. Slow. And you can also change the base map settings as well. In this case, I'll just show the satellite setting. You can zoom in and zoom out. Also, you can set boundaries. So in the upper left-hand corner of the screen, we have a boundaries menu. And in this case, here we see all the different boundaries that we have. And in this case, I'm just going to click on the census tract boundary. So when you set a boundary, you can customize the boundaries as well. You can customize the line style, its weight, and also this is newer, the text size. Or if you choose, you can just eliminate the text altogether. Okay, so I'm going to close this out. So back to our set location here. To make things a little interesting, I'll just add some data. And there are two ways that you can add data to the map. You can add it here. You can explore here within our data menu. Here we have the menus, and then we have sub-menus within. Or you can just simply type in the data if you're having a hard time finding it within the menu. So in this case, I'm going to add income. So I went to incomes and spending menu, family, and here we have the median family income of all families around the set location. And I can zoom in. The block group is the smallest geography for this particular data set. It's actually the smallest geography that we have. So you can click or hover over the area and you can get an idea of what's going on. Over here we have the data legend. To learn a little bit more about what you're looking at, you can just simply click on the eye. This one's pretty simple. The source here, the census, you can just click on this and this will take you directly to our data menu, which will explain how the data was tabulated and the source, and a little bit more information about the source. You can choose the years you would like to view. In this case, you can go all the way back to the year 2000. And you can also view the variables. And in this case, with median income, you can take a look at the percent change over the years. And again, if you just hover over, you can see the changes in the area. Okay. Also, you can change the colors. Another popular color is orange. And you can play around with the ranges as well. So you can go all the way down to 2 ranges up to 8. And you can simply, if you want to change, all you have to do is just click and you can make a change there. Okay. And of course you can just slide. All right. And here's the shaded by. So if you choose to go to a larger geography, you can just click on here. In this case, I'll just go up to census tract. Okay. So also, it's pretty neat. We have other features. I'm going to click on a block group here. And by clicking on the block group, I get this little mini menu here. And I can clip out the area and isolate it. I can also, take a look at the table and the trends, where we get an idea of the trends in the area. And we can also click on neighbors as well. So these are the surrounding block groups of the chosen block group. And of course, we can download the data. This downloads it into a spreadsheet. And we can also call for a report. So I'm just going to click really quickly and show you a community profile report, which is a snapshot of a chosen area. Yep, generate report. Okay, so I'm just going to scroll through this really quickly just so you can get an idea of what the report provides. And this is something that you can print out as well. You have the incomes, family composition, housing type. It's really like a cool thing that our data team created that just gives users a chance to get a really quick snapshot of the areas, and you can print it out and you can share it with others. And this is usually used for grants as well by a lot of researchers. Okay, so to print, you just go in the upper right-hand corner here, and you can also save it to your account. And to get back to your map, you just click Return to Map. There we go. So another feature that I wanted to show was our custom region feature as well. So I'm going to zoom out a little bit. Close this. I'm actually going to take the data off. Okay, so to create a custom region, you can go in the upper right-hand corner of the screen here. And there are 3 ways that you can create a custom region. One is you can draw a region, and to draw a region, you just click to connect points. And to close it out, you just click on back to the first point. And we also have a radius region as well, where you can simply just enter in an address, or you can just click on the map and you can specify the radius.
Hello, this is David Shellhorst. This is all great. The appearance on the screen of some of the buttons you're hitting, particularly at the top right, they're very small for us, and we can't exactly see what they say. So
Uh-oh.
really, you've shown us a lot of good functionality, but I think we need kind of explicit, like click on this button, and what is that button called? Because we can't see it as well as you can see it.
Oh,
So
really?
what was yeah, the print is extremely small from our vantage point, like that. Like, what does that button say?
Oh, this button here says custom regions.
Custom regions. Okay.
Yeah, in the upper right hand
And
corner.
and if and if you don't mind, I think you were on my data when you were unlocking all of the various specific geographies, clicking on them, whether it be census tract or block group.
Hmm.
Was it my data that unlocked all of those functions?
No, it was boundaries.
Boundary.
So
Okay,
to the right of my data, there's boundaries.
I gotcha.
Yeah, so it's showing up really small for you?
Yes, we can see the map, but I don't know about anybody else on the team. The letters are so small that we can't
Oh,
quite make them out. But yeah, like we can see policy map above that. That's big enough, but the
okay.
others is really yeah. And so and your pace is a little fast because we can't read those words. If
Okay.
we could, we'd be able to take kind of more precise notes. I don't know if anybody else concurs with that, but I've got 20/20 vision, so I think it's just that zoom level is a little small for us.
Okay, okay, that's good. So I have it on full screen, but I guess I'm going to have to make some changes. I apologize for that.
Oh,
But
no problem. You're doing
yeah,
a great job. Yeah.
okay. So definitely, hmm, I don't want to get into anything because I'm afraid that I'll ruin, I'll like ruin everything.
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
But I'll take my time and definitely let me know if you need to go over something else, and we'll do that for sure.
Great.
Sorry
Thank you.
about that. Okay. So I'm going to go back to custom regions, and I'm going to choose uh, the final custom region feature, which is the assembled region. So you click on assembled region. And in this case, you can choose here in the drop-down menu what type of boundary you'd like to use. I'm just going to stick with the census tract boundary. And to assemble a region, all you have to do is just click on the census tract. So here I'm just going to randomly click around the area, and you can go as far as you want. Okay, and then I click continue. And from here, you can name your custom region. And also, again, you can customize the region as well. You can choose the transparency level and the color as well. Okay, so I'm just going to click Save. Okay. So now I'm going to close out this custom region. And the next feature that I wanted to show was our multi-layer map uh, feature. So multi-layer maps allow you to layer data on top of one another so you can see how the data intersects. So in this case, I'm just going to use like a simple scenario. I'm going to go back to incomes and spending, and I'm going to choose median family income of all families. And then I'm going to click on multi-layer. I hope you guys can see it. This is in the right-hand side of the screen. Just click multi-layer. And here this menu comes up. And so in this case, I'm going to look for families that have an estimated median income above 150K. So I can just simply type it in. Okay, so now here on the map, we have areas where the median income of families are at least 150K. And then I'm going to add another layer, and I'm going to add how many of these, I'm going to find out how many families within this area are renters. Let's say, or actually, let's see. Let's see, I'm going to do housing, and we'll do homeowners and renters, and I'll do by age, between the ages of 35 and 44. And I'm going to play around and see where at least 30%. Okay, so now we've narrowed the map down a bit, and now we can see all the areas that are purple, which we have very little, but here we see the median family income of people living in this area, and we also see the percents of where over 30% of people who make the income that we chose, or people who make over 150K, and this is 36% of people who live within this area rent a home. Also, I'd like to show you, yeah, hi.
And just to back up, so and that's a very neat function. And how can we go over again how exactly we unlock the potential to do that? Which button was it that was pushed
Yeah,
that opened it up?
sure. So can you see over here on the right-hand side of the screen where my mouse is?
Yes,
Okay.
multi-layer. Okay.
Yeah, just click on multi-layer and that'll open it up for you. And now when you open it up and you choose a data set, the whole map is going to turn purple. But once you choose the cut points within the menu, then it'll narrow things down a bit.
Perfect. One more quick question.
Yeah.
We talked about creating a custom region and saving. After we save, after we save,
Yeah.
where can we pull it up again now that it's saved?
You go to custom regions
Okay.
and you click on view my regions. Great question. And everything will be there.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah. I have a lot
Great.
of test ones in there.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. So the next type of data set that I wanted to show is point level data. Hi.
I got this is Chance. I got a quick question here. So the multi-layer, the shaded by should be the same level, right? So I'm looking at here right now. You have a census tract 2010 for both two layers. Is it possible to have different level of the shaded by?
Yes.
Okay.
So all you have to do is click, and here you'll be able to choose the different shaded by levels. So block group is the smallest geography we have, but with some data sets, you can only get maybe the county. But so,
Okay, depends on. Got it.
yeah. So in this case, yeah, because it's census data, usually with census data, you can go all the way down to the block group. I'm just keeping it really simple.
Gotcha. Good. I got another question on the customer region. So just follow up David's question. So if I create a customer region, is it possible to share within the team? Like how can I do that?
Yes, we're actually, we're still in beta mode here. So in order to do that, I would suggest that you go to PolicyMap Legacy. I don't know if you can see it. It's in the upper right hand. Okay, so if you click on PolicyMap Legacy, and you would have to create a custom region in there and share from there. But if you run into any issue, and it basically, it will just, a link, it'll just come up. Let's see, did they remove it? Because I just did this the other day, and I think they removed it. Yeah. Oh. Or maybe they brought it back. But this is once everything is said and done, which should be within the next few months, you will be able to share a region, and all you have to do is just email it, send a little message, and the link should show up. But if that doesn't work, go back to our PolicyMap Legacy, like let's say you wanted to do it today, and access your custom region, and from there.
Gotcha. So if I share in the legacy map, the new map will have that as well. That's the logic behind that, right?
I'm sorry?
So if I share the region, customer region in the legacy map, the new map, the new version of the map will have that customer region at the same time, right? The region data set is like shared between legacy map and new map. Is that
Yes.
correct?
Yes, I
Gotcha.
believe so. But you'll have to try. This is like this is just something we went over yesterday with
Uh,
our tech team. So it should, but definitely if you run into any issues with it, please like let us know. If you ever have any feedback or anything, please let us know because we're always working on improving the map.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, one last question about the custom region, because I will be responsible to create all the regions for the team.
Okay.
So I do have one more question. So I'm looking at the assembly region there, and I see the latest census tract we have is 2010.
Yes.
So I know the new census is coming up sometime in the March. So do you guys have a timeline? How soon it will be available on your map?
We have a blog post about it. We're working on it because the census, the way that they roll out it has something to do with the way that they're rolling out the information slowly. And I'll have to speak to our data team about that because that's a great question. Because if you go into the boundaries menu in the upper left-hand corner, you are able to get the census tract levels for 2020. So
Gotcha.
that's like a great question. Let me write that down to find out like what's going on there, like why we can't get those same boundaries within the custom region.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. I'm good. I'm good for now.
Okay. Great questions. Okay, so those are great questions. And so now I'm just going to move on to point level data. And point level data is address level data. And basically that's it. So in this case, because Woodforest is a bank, I'm just going to click on lending. And I'm going to go to banking locations. And in this case, I'm going to go to bank branch offices. So now we see offices that are around the set location that we chose. And you can customize these points as well. You can turn the labels off and on so you can get a idea of what's going on. You can also choose the icon, customize it the way you would like. You can pick a color. And you can also choose the icon type as well. See, make it a little bit larger. Okay, and you can also filter out these bank branch offices. So in this case, I'm thinking we'll look for all banks that offer full service. Not much really changed, but but you can get an idea of how you can like filter the locations out. And if you hover over, we can see there's 3 locations here, 3 data points here. And if you open it up, you get all type of information about the bank.
Is this layer all bank branches? Certainly, it's not just Woodforest branches. These are just geocoded branches in this particular geography.
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
this is the source from the FDIC. So yeah,
Gotcha.
it's all the banks. And again, I'm not sure how often it's updated. Again, I guess we could click on the source and it would give you a little bit more information. But anytime there's an update, usually what will happen is when you open up PolicyMap in the upper right-hand corner, all the updates that have recently taken place will appear. So there we go. And so now that we have a map created, I'm just going to show how you can share this map or print the map. And this might be really small, and I'm sorry. So if you go to the right-hand corner of the screen and you click on print, the little print icon here. And what's really neat is that you can still interact with the map when it's within the print modal. Okay, so we have our area here. And again, you can customize it the way that you want. You can get rid of the legends. And you can also click to add a title. And then when you hit export, you can export it to a PDF or a PNG file. So that was a really quick overview of PolicyMap. I don't want to overwhelm you too much, but I just want to let you guys also know that there's tons of support. We have a support page, again, in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. If you click support, everything that I went over today is here, all the information you need. It's really neat. So we have like maps just to get you started. And we also have a quick start video as well. And I want to show you our training calendar. So we have live weekly trainings. And during these trainings, they're live, just like how we're speaking here. They're conducted by Phil Vu. I've actually just taken on learning the basics of PolicyMap. And Phil Vu goes into the more advanced features, such as the data loader, which allows you to upload your own address level data. Okay.
And that was going to be probably all of our next question is, would this particular call deal with plotting specific points like that? And so that would be a Silvu training and not this particular one?
Well, he does that. I can do it. We have to do it in Legacy. So I can show you, like, see if I can find a, okay, so here is the Legacy version of the platform. And sorry, it's being a little, I haven't been in here in a while. Okay, so in order to in order to add your own points, you would use the data loader. So the data loader is here. And it's like really simple. So the data loader will basically walk you through the process. So at this point, you most likely would like to upload a spreadsheet of points. So here you would just name, decide who you want it accessible to. And then you can import a CSV file. Let's see what's going on in my imports. I don't think I really have. See if I can find out. Here we go. Here, I have an address sample. So I'm going to import this spreadsheet. This is really quick. I'm going through this really quickly, so just so you can get an idea. And then from here, you can choose the data type. And then let me see the spreadsheet, hopefully works. So it's geocoding. And so here are the spreadsheets. This is just a random list of addresses that I have that I pulled from a real estate website. So here, once you upload the points, anything that you see with a little red dot, that just means that there's an issue here. It wasn't geocoded. And as we can see, it wasn't geocoded because it's a PO box. So I can just click on it and just change it. I'll put our office address. Okay, and now it's green. Okay.
You know,
And
I tried this the other day and got this far, but then I figure out how do I get all these addresses packed to a map to the other part and get additional data from it. I couldn't figure that part out.
Oh, how to, when you say, you mean?
Yeah, this part was really, this part came out really easy, but then now what do you do with it after this? This is as far as I got.
Okay.
This far.
Okay. So let me go back. I haven't, okay. Yeah, that is a great question. Why am I having a hard time with this? I haven't been in Legacy for a while. Okay. Let's give it a minute. Okay, so here's the data set. Did you get to this point?
Yeah.
Okay. And then, so what's the, it should when
So
you click on.
here's an example. I was trying to find out which ones fell in a community where grocery stores, the lack of low opportunity for groceries, and you have that as a category up there to look at under health.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't figure out how to import my data into that map. Yeah, see okay, so up to the right says limited supermarket access, the
Mm-hmm.
LSA. That's what I was trying to figure out from, I had a group of, okay, so now you got this.
Yeah. Okay, so now here are the data points that I chose, the data points that I uploaded. These are the areas low supermarket access. My mouse is being I'm very sorry about this. Hold on. Okay.
So since I had a number of addresses through like 2 different states, was there a report that I could download that gave me the numbers, statistics on it on a
Yes, let's
spreadsheet?
see.
Okay.
We'll try to download the data. So here, did you see that in the upper right-hand corner, right under my name? I just did the download data.
Okay.
So here we have the data layer that we have. Oh, okay. You know what? The problem is the LSA data is proprietary and you cannot download this data layer, unfortunately.
Oh.
That's what's, if you were trying to download it, that's what was happening. Normally you're able to, so you can confirm the data you wish to download, and then it will download it to an Excel file. But in this case, the LSA, you can't.
When you say proprietary, what do you mean? We don't have access?
So
We
yeah,
signed up for?
so sometimes I believe with the LSA, and the LSA is 2016, so we actually are not updating it right now. It's a very it's from the reinvestment fund, and just because I guess of the methods that they use, the time that it takes, and I believe this data set was created for another project, and basically it's on loan to us, this data, so we're not able to, users aren't able to download it to share it with others. That makes sense.
Okay, so, all right, so it wasn't I wasn't doing it, just I couldn't, okay, so.
Yeah, sorry.
So this wouldn't happen with other data sets?
No, it shouldn't. I think we have a few others. I mean, we have so many data sets. So let's try another data layer. Why don't we do, I mean, we can just do something simple like age. Okay, so in this case here, we have like the data layer. Moving slow, sorry about that. And I'm going to go to download data. So here you can see it showed up. Everything's fine.
Got it. Okay,
Yeah.
that was the.
Yeah.
All right.
So you were totally okay.
Okay, I was wondering
yeah.
about that. We'll go back to the US. We get it from the USDA, so we'll just do that one.
Okay. Yeah, so that's
Yeah, one general.
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead. I was just going to finish off, so please.
I would just say kind of one more basic kind of task we would like to be able to do is plot. We have particular types of investments, opportunity zone investment, for example, throughout the country or throughout our 17 state footprint. And just for a visual, creating this for stakeholders, showing a map of our 17 states with plotted points where we have an opportunity zone investment or a particular type of loan, say a loan that helps with food deserts, and we plot all of those particular loans on a map. I think it would be a great asset to help us tell our story.
Mm-hmm.
And so really the plot, so we think about that, and we're working with the CSV file. And having a template CSV file for us, like what is exactly needed for an input there? Is it just the address of the investment, or is there a longitude, latitude input that we have to manage on that CSV file in order for PolicyMap to be able to read the file and plot those points? I think that's kind of what's on my mind right now. I don't know about the others.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's basically just the address. You don't have to worry about the latitude and longitude, only because the system will do that for you. That's the beauty of it. So let's say you do have an address and you want to know the latitude and longitude, you can just upload the CSV file, and our geocoder will get that for you too. So you don't have to worry about that. Let me see. I'm going to go to our support page. Actually, it may not be here. Let me go back. Sorry about that. Hold on. I'm going to show you where you can find information on that as well. Let's see. So you would go to, in the upper right-hand corner in Legacy, to find information about the data loader, because the data loader isn't on the newer platform yet. You would go to the question mark here in the upper right-hand corner. And here you will get a few walkthroughs of how to use the data loader. So basically right here, this is all you need: the address, the city, the state, and the zip. Does that answer your question?
It does. It
Okay,
does.
great. And of
We'll go through that.
course, please, like if you're doing it, feel free to reach out to us. We're more than happy to just hop on a quick call to help you as well.
I noticed, and we've already been using the tool, to great satisfaction. So, we're really enjoying it. Opportunity zones and others, like we turn that layer on often. We want to know if we make a loan somewhere, does it fall into particular types of federal incentive zones, like new market tax credit or opportunity zone? Sometimes it'll say, as of like 2018. I'm not, or older, 2016. I'm not sure, and it might be that that's the last time these federal maps were updated, and that's the most current, jurisdiction. Though I'm not sure about that. Like, what's PolicyMap's policy on, how current these kinds of zones are?
Okay, so let's see. Let me go back to the other map quick. I'm going to look up this data and I'll show you. Okay, so I see what you're saying. So I'm going to click on the qualified opportunity zone layer. Actually, okay, so in this case, what you would do is, to learn a little bit more about the data, you would go to the source. And here's where you find a little bit about information. Usually it'll say the last time it was updated. In this case, this one's a little different. Here, it just says the years available is 2018. And you just read a little bit. So this is like the latest data set we have. So our data team, as data comes in, they have a lot of data that they're constantly updating and working on. So in this case, this is where we are. But you can always go here as well and just, for example, like if you feel like that the data was updated like a couple months ago, and you're just like, this is really important, like, because you work in the business. So if you feel that it's something that's really important that should be updated, just send us a quick message and let us know, because we're not always aware of what's really going on. We all do our best, but like if you're like, this is really important information, I think you guys should pay attention and get this like up, then I can send that to our data team, and then they'll let us know like where it is and what the priority is, if that helps.
Sure.
Yeah. Is that helpful?
It is. Thank you.
Okay, great. Yeah, so I'm just going to wrap things up a little. I'm going to go back to support. You can always click on contact as well and send us a quick email. You can pick up the phone. And yeah, we're always here to help. Any other questions? Okay, well, thank you for joining me today, and I hope everyone has a wonderful weekend. And I'll be sure to send out the recording as well.
Great. Thank you. I appreciate you getting on the call with us today.
Yes, no problem.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Be well, everyone. Bye-bye.
All right. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.